Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will discuss completely on logging in Springboard. First of all, what is logging? Logging is the process of writing messages from within our application to a central location so that we can know what exactly happening in our application at runtime. See here I'm having one application so-called flight reservation application. When I run the application, the logs that has been registered in the console here, these are the logs inside login, inside find flights, show complete reservation in the reservation controller. Here, these are all the logs that has been registered. And also the logs that has been registered inside an file, inside the file. Here, this is the logger object that we have to create in order to register the logs in the console or in the file. This logger equal to logger factory dot get logger, and write the class there in the parameter. These are the log levels: error, warn, info, debug, and trace. For example, if we set the log level to info and higher, that is info, warn, and error will only go into the logs. For example, if we set the log level to debug, info, warn, error will only go into the logs like that. Let me write an example. For example, here we have the employee class. In that employee class, I'm writing private static final logger from SL4J logger equal to logger factory from SL4J dot get logger. This get logger is the static method and logger factory is the class. And write the class name here. The class name is employee. Employee controller dot class, like that. After setting the logger object in the corresponding method, for example here logger dot info inside the get all employees method. Here also logger dot info inside the get employee by ID method and pass the ID. Let me run this application and check. Run as. One second. Let me kill this application. Run as Spring Boot. Yeah, the application is running. Let me get into here. localhost slash employee data and get all employees. Here from the database I have got some employees list, and let me check the console. Here see this, the log has been registered inside the get all employees that we have written inside the get all employees. Inside the get all employees. For example, if you run this method slash 19 single employee by the ID 19 has came, and check the console. This corresponding log has also been registered. See here inside the get employee by ID and the employee number ID number. We can also set the log levels. For example, logging.level.root equal to info. This is the default setting of log level. Info is the default log level. Here I want to set, for example, debug, and let me run the application. Debug means if we set the log level to debug and higher, that is debug info warn error will only go into the log, will be displayed into the log section. See this, these are all the, let me kill the application. Like that we can set the log level by using logging.level.root, like that. For example, we can set the log level to trace. Spring Boot app. See this? Trace means trace, debug, info, warn, error. Complete log levels will be displayed in the console. Like that. Here I'm having one application, flight reservation application. In that I have some controllers. For example, user controller. In the user controller I have written the logger object, private static final logger equal to logger factory dot get logger, and I have registered all the loggers info in every method, like that in DTO, in service classes, reservation service simple, I have registered all the loggers. Yeah, let me run the application. Run as Spring Boot app. See, now we will run the application, and while running the application at the runtime, see how the loggers has been registered in the file and also in the console. We will see that. Application has started running. Let me run the application. Localhost 8080 slash username. I'm giving the username as Obama. Last name Barack. Email obama@gmail.com. Obama. Confirm. Obama. Register. This will redirect into the login page. Now let me check the console. See here, inside the registration user, that means user registration log has been registered here in the console. Username Obama, password OBAMA, login. Okay, Austin, search, select, first name Obama, last name Obama, email, phone, something name on the card, Obama, card number, something like expiry date 3//018, security code, confirm. Reservation created successfully. Now let me see the logs. Here, see this, all the logs has been registered here in the console. For every method I have written the log inside every method, and when we get into that corresponding method or the corresponding logic inside that method, that corresponding log has been registered in the console. So that is called the logging. Is the process of writing messages from within our application to a central location so that we can know what exactly happened in our application. In order to register the logs inside the file, inside a file, for that we have to do is logging.file.path equal to, and we have to set the corresponding path for the file in order to register all the logs inside that. See here, logs, flight reservation, spring. These are the logs that has been registered inside the file, like this. That has been registered inside the file. See here, user controller, flight controller, reservation service simple, like that. Like that, we can write the logs in the Spring Boot, like that. The log levels are error, warn, info, debug, and trace. These are the main log levels. That's all for this video.